If you ever wondered why Victory motorcycles disappeared just when they were getting really good, the answer will shock you. This is happening across the entire motorcycle industry right now. While Harley-Davidson struggles with declining sales and an aging customer base, the company they feared most is worth more as a memory than it ever was as a competitor. Motorcycle analysts are calling Victory's shutdown the most puzzling business decision in powersports history. This happened because Polaris had everything they needed to win the cruiser wars, but threw it all away for a gamble that backfired spectacularly. The data shows Victory was outselling established competitors and gaining market share when Polaris pulled the plug. We're talking about a $1 billion investment in American motorcycle manufacturing that got sacrificed for a trendy brand that lasted exactly 4 years. Here's the real story behind why the Harley Killer committed corporate suicide. But before we start, hit subscribe now if you want the motorcycle industry truths they don't want you to hear. What brand do you think will disappear next? Number 1. The birth of a giant killer, 1997 to 2003. In 1997, Polaris Industries made a decision that would shake the American motorcycle landscape to its core. Already dominating the snowmobile and ATV markets, they set their sights on the seemingly untouchable Harley-Davidson empire. This wasn't just a casual entry into motorcycles. Polaris committed a staggering $100 million initial investment to construct their manufacturing facility in Spirit Lake, Iowa. Their strategy was clear and ambitious: build motorcycles that could directly challenge Harley-Davidson's iron grip on American cruisers. The first Victory models, the V92C and V92SC, were designed specifically to compete with Harley's popular Sportster line. But Polaris wasn't interested in merely copying Milwaukee's homework. Their engineering philosophy was refreshingly straightforward: build it better, stronger, and more reliable than Harley, period. While the bikes themselves impressed reviewers with their build quality and performance, Victory faced an uphill battle against the near-religious brand loyalty Harley-Davidson had cultivated for decades. Establishing a dealer network proved challenging, and many potential customers couldn't imagine that choosing anything but a Harley for their American cruiser needs. Still, and Victory persisted, slowly building a reputation as the technically superior alternative to the bar and shield. Number 2. Finding their identity, 2003 to 2008. By 2003, Victory had discovered that competing with Harley-Davidson meant more than just technical superiority. It required a distinctive design language that could stand on its own. The launch of the Victory Vegas model marked this turning point, introducing aggressive, flowing lines that broke away from traditional cruiser aesthetics. The Vegas wasn't just another Harley clone. It was something genuinely new in American motorcycling. The development of the Freedom 106 engine further cemented Victory's position as the performance-focused American motorcycle. This power plant delivered more horsepower and torque than comparable Harley engines while costing customers less at the dealership. The introduction of the Kingpin and Hammer models expanded Victory's lineup into serious touring territory, proving they could compete in Harley's most profitable segment. To showcase their performance credentials, Victory launched a racing program that dominated at events like Pikes Peak, setting records that left traditional manufacturers scrambling to keep up. Their dealer network began expanding across America, and sales momentum built steadily. Victory was no longer just a curiosity. It was becoming a legitimate threat to the established order. Number 3. The Golden Years, 2008 to 2015. The 2008 to 2015 period represented Victory's golden age. Their cross-country and crossroads models directly challenged Harley's touring dominance with modern features and superior reliability. Younger riders who found Harleys too expensive or too old-fashioned gravitated toward models like the Judge and Gunner, which offered aggressive styling with modern performance. Consumer Reports consistently ranked Victory motorcycles above Harley-Davidson in reliability ratings, a crucial advantage when convincing riders to switch brands. The aftermarket support ecosystem around Victory platforms grew steadily, with custom builders increasingly choosing Victory as their canvas for award-winning projects. While Harley-Davidson faced its first major sales decline in decades following the 2008 financial crisis, Victory's numbers continued climbing. They were capturing market share precisely when their biggest competitor was most vulnerable, and industry insiders began wondering if the unthinkable might happen. Could Victory eventually dethrone the king of American motorcycles? Drop a comment if you owned a Victory. Good or bad, I want to hear your story. Number 4. Peak Performance Era, 2015 to 2017. By 2015, Victory had reached its performance zenith. The launch of the Octane model, their answer to Harley's Street line, offered younger riders an affordable entry point into American motorcycling without compromising on power or style. Their Project 156 racing program and electric motorcycle development showcased a forward-thinking company willing to invest in both current performance and future technology. Victory motorcycles were regularly winning major motorcycle magazine comparison tests against Harley-Davidson and other competitors. Owner satisfaction surveys revealed Victory customers were more loyal than Harley riders, an astonishing achievement for a relatively young brand competing against a century-old icon. Market share growth data from this period tells the story clearly. Victory was making significant inroads in key demographics that Harley was desperately trying to retain, particularly younger riders and performance-oriented enthusiasts. By every meaningful metric, Victory was succeeding at its mission to reshape American motorcycling. The future looked exceptionally bright. If you're a Victory owner watching this, you're sitting on something special. Number 5. The Indian Gamble, 2011 to 2017. While Victory was reaching new heights, parent company Polaris made a decision in 2011 that would ultimately seal Victory's fate. For just $2.2 million, pocket change in the motorcycle industry, Polaris acquired the historic Indian motorcycle brand, which had gone through multiple failed revivals since its original demise in 1953. Internal company documents from this period reveal a fascinating and troubling shift in corporate thinking. Despite Victory's growing profitability and market acceptance, Polaris executives became increasingly fixated on the heritage potential of Indian. Resources, engineering talent, and marketing budgets that could have further accelerated Victory's momentum were diverted to reviving a brand that existed primarily in nostalgic memory. Dealers found themselves in an uncomfortable position as Polaris began pushing Indian motorcycles, while Victory continued to outsell expectations. The corporate messaging became increasingly confusing. If Victory was succeeding, why was Polaris so intent on establishing another American motorcycle brand under the same corporate umbrella? Let me know in the comments. Did Polaris make the right call killing Victory for Indian? Number 6. The shocking announcement, January 2017. On January 9, 2017, Polaris CEO Scott Wine made an announcement that sent shockwaves through the motorcycle industry. Victory motorcycles would cease production immediately. The timing stunned everyone: competitors, dealers, and especially loyal customers who had just purchased new 2017 models. What made the announcement particularly baffling was that Victory's final year sales numbers showed growth, not decline. The brand was continuing to gain market share and customer loyalty. Meanwhile, Indian sales, despite massive marketing investment, were struggling to justify the enormous development costs Polaris had poured into the revival. The human cost was significant. Employees at the Spirit Lake factory faced layoffs or reassignment as production lines were converted from Victory to Indian motorcycles. A 20-year investment in American manufacturing excellence was being abandoned not because it failed, but because corporate priorities had shifted toward nostalgia over proven success. Have you seen Victory prices in the used market lately? Tell us what you're seeing. Number 7. The aftermath and what we lost. Almost immediately following the shutdown announcement, something unexpected happened in the motorcycle market. Victory motorcycle values didn't collapse. They spiked. Used Victory models began commanding premium prices as riders realized these exceptional machines would never be produced again. Owners found themselves in a strange position. Their bikes were now discontinued, but their reliability records were superior to almost everything else on the market. While Polaris promised continued parts support for 10 years, many owners worried about long-term viability. Ironically, Victory's engineering had been so robust that these concerns proved largely unfounded. The bikes simply continued running with minimal issues. What the American motorcycle industry lost when Victory died was nothing less than its most innovative domestic manufacturer. Victory had pushed design boundaries, engineering excellence, and reliability standards that forced other manufacturers to improve. Without Victory's competitive pressure, the incentive for Harley-Davidson to modernize diminished significantly. Number 8. The real winners and losers. Today's Victory, Owners find themselves in an unexpected position, sitting on appreciating assets while comparable Harleys continue to depreciate. What was once seen as a risky alternative choice has become a coveted collector's item with practical everyday usability. Polaris shareholders have legitimate questions about the business logic of abandoning a $1 billion investment in Victory, just as it was reaching its potential. Indian Motorcycle has had mixed success at best compared to Victory's established track record. The nostalgia play has produced beautiful machines, but has never achieved the market penetration Victory had already secured. Perhaps the biggest loser in this story is Harley-Davidson itself. Without their most credible American competitor pushing them to innovate, Harley has continued struggling with declining sales and an aging demographic. The competitive pressure that might have forced a more rapid evolution disappeared overnight. For consumers, the industry consolidation has meant fewer choices in American motorcycling. The unique engineering approach and design language Victory pioneered has been lost, replaced by retro-inspired designs that look backward rather than forward. And the story of Victory motorcycles isn't just about corporate miscalculation. It's about how sometimes the best product doesn't win, how nostalgia can trump innovation, and how the motorcycle industry is poorer for having lost its most promising American manufacturer. Victory had everything they needed to reshape American motorcycling. They built superior machines, earned customer loyalty, and proved their engineering expertise. In the end, they didn't fail. They were sacrificed for a corporate gamble that has yet to pay off. The true Harley Killer wasn't defeated in battle. It was called home while winning the war. What died with Victory wasn't just a motorcycle brand. It was a different vision for what American motorcycling could be. Performance over nostalgia, engineering over image, future over past. The next time you see a Victory on the road, remember, you're looking at what should have been the future of American motorcycles. The luxury landscape has shifted dramatically as we've exposed. Victory's demise should make us question what brands we trust and why we choose them. Is heritage worth more than innovation? Are your motorcycle buying decisions based on substance or image? Comment below. Do you agree with Polaris's decision? Who's next to fall? Subscribe now. The motorcycle industry secrets we're about to reveal will change everything you thought you knew.